Hello folks, I was down Thinker's Lane. I think that's what I call it now. seem to have a few thoughts coming down this lane. Anyway, in the UK we have what's known as the Home Information Pack. Well, beware of it, because as we say, one size does not fit all, and I've got some information what says that not everything that the Home Information Pack tells you is actually correct. And a case in example, where the bloke doing a survey for there's basically an energy part of the survey, and the energy part of the survey, it didn't have a solar hot water heating system, so he puts down economy 7, which is a cheap off-peak electricity. And if I'd have been doing that, if I was a professional, I'd have said, well, hold on, I can't complete this, it's not possible. And I'd have gone back to base and I'd have got on these professionals that are supposedly running the bureaucracy, and I'd have said, oi, we can't do this. And if all them so-called professionals what carries out the Home Information Pack went back and told them all the bits what they couldn't do because there wasn't a box for it, or the the provision for that, then the old bureaucrats and the government would then soon see it's complete and utter farce, it's a failure, and then they'd have to drop it, hopefully. Well, they probably wouldn't, knowing the government, but I know in that particular case that the information now has been amended, not on the survey that I know about, but the new packs. But the response was, when you complain about it, they say, oh well, yeah, but nobody actually looks at these packs. I thought, well, what's the point in paying hundreds and hundreds of quids for a survey that you're telling me that nobody uses? And anyway, and if they do use it and it's giving false information, then that means that the seller is obliged by law to have this HIPS pack, and so the seller is forced to sell their property with misleading information. So not only does that prejudice the purchaser, who might end up with something they didn't think they was going to get, positive or negative, but it also could prejudice the sale. It could mean that you lose a sale because a purchaser looks at your HIPS pack, which of course nobody looks at, allegedly, but we don't know that for sure, this is only hearsay, and they could look at that and go, oh, I don't like that, or that uses too much energy, or it needs insulation because it hasn't got cavity wall insulation. They don't take into account the fact that you haven't got cavity walls and you've got walls half a metre thick. and then they come up with these stupid suggestions on there, and you think, well, this is just another case, a nanny state what should keep its nose out of people's private business, legislating and regulating everything. It's ridiculous. So, as I say, if you're selling, which you probably ain't in the current economic climate, but if you're purchasing in the current economic climate, and you're looking at these home information packs, have a look at it, see what it says, because it's probably, I'm not saying that all of them are wrong, but it's on these energy bits especially. And they said, oh well, you can have a more expensive energy survey. I thought, well, hold on. First of all, you're told nobody looks at it anyway, and secondly, if you go on the quality of the one that's supposed to be sufficient, which it ain't no good, it makes you wonder what the whole lot is about. It's just it's almost creating jobs for the boys, isn't it? And as I say, if they was professional organisations what was carrying out these surveys, but they just say no, we're not going to do it because our members can't do a proper job. Now they tend to say, oh well, yeah, but most houses are all right. You see, if you get a bit of a oddball property, well, that's just, there's only a few of them, and anyway, people after those sort of properties won't really be interested so much in the hips information. They'll be going for it for the character, or words to that effect. And you think, well, again, it's all wishy-washy, isn't it? It's not, oh, let's not correct the fact that the facts that we're giving ain't facts, they're, you know, porky pies, lies. Let's fudge it, let's wishy-washy. So anyway, coming back to this home information pack, it's complete and utter farce. As I say, I've got info that says it gives out false information, at least one in one situation anyway, so maybe all the others are 100% perfect, I don't know. But in the old days, if you wanted to know what energy a property was using, simple. All you did is you went along and you said to the owner, here, let's have a look at what your electric bills were, or your gas or oil, or whatever used to energy you use, and you'd look at that, you'd say, oh right, now obviously if it was an old person living there, or old couple, they might turn the old heating up a bit, so you might say, oh well, if their energy bill was a bit more, you say, well, they're older people, so understandable. But if you look at the general what things people got in their property, in terms of their electrical equipment and stuff like that, and then you look at their electrical bills and do the same with the gas and stuff like that, you can work out. You don't need some twat to come round and tell you, oh well, yeah, your carbon usage is about 9.6 tonnes a year, when when your electricity bill is under 100 quid a year, thank you very much, and you actually use wood fuel, which you use about 3 tonnes of wood fuel, well less than that actually, and which there's no way you can get 9 tonnes of carbon from 3 tonnes of wood fuel, because for every kilowatt of energy from wood, and this is recycled waste wood that we're talking about, you produce 24 grams of carbon, so it's a right load of old cobblers. But anyway, that's my little rant on a home information pack. So more nanny state silliness. Yeah. Oh, coming towards the end of Thinker's Lane, so I best stop thinking now, and I'm probably over the getting close to the 10-minute limit anyway, so cheers for that.